Greetings and salutations and welcome to Hockey TV and our coverage of the Soo Eagles, the Espanola Express, and the Northern Ontario Junior Hockey League. Scott Nason broadcasting from Pullar Stadium on this snowy Friday night as we are about 15 minutes away from the start of tonight's West Division contest between the hometown Soo Eagles and the visiting Espanola Express. We'll be joined here momentarily by color commentator Larry Pozzebon as the Eagles home for one game this weekend, sandwiched in between two very long road trips as the Eagles were in action last weekend up north, taking the three-game trek to Hearst starting a week ago Thursday, and they did not have good luck in their first two games. They really had a tough game last Thursday, losing at Hearst by the score of 7-2. The Eagles had won both the previous games against the Hearst Lumberjacks, both one-goal games, but Hearst really had their way with the Eagles on November 1st. And the Eagles much more competitive in a game in Cochrane on November 2nd, a week ago tonight, as the Eagles fell to the Cochrane Crunch by the score of 3-1. And so it looked like the Eagles might be coming home amidst a four-game losing streak and losing three straight on the road. But they rallied on Saturday night and had a big win at Timmins by the score of 3-2 in overtime. And so that was definitely what the doctor ordered for the Soo Eagles. They really needed, in my opinion, to get that last game in Timmins. I think they have a little bit of a different attitude going into practice this week and, of course, going into tonight's game, because you look at that, they lose that game, they are 7-14. 8-13 looks a lot better than 7-14. So the Eagles are hoping to get a victory here tonight against the Espanola Express. As I mentioned, the Eagles come into tonight's contest with a record of 8-13. They have 16 points in the very competitive West Division, currently sitting in 5th place. Espanola comes into tonight's game with a record of 4-16 and 8 points. And looking at the West Division right now, the Eagles are chasing the Elliot Lake Wildcats, who are in 4th place tonight. Elliot Lake has an 8-11-0-2 record, 18 points. Both Eagles and Wildcats have played the same amount of games. Leading the way in the West Division, the Sioux Thunderbirds with a record of 14-5. They have 28 points. They are tied with Rayside Balfour in first place in the West Division. Rayside with a record of 13-9-1-1. Both those teams have 28 points, but the Thunderbirds have 5 games in hand against the Canadians. Blind River in third place in the West Division with a record of 11-8-3, good for 25 points. Other games going on in the NOJHL tonight. 3 other games besides this one. We'll be watching the game in Elliot Lake. That one has a 7:30 starting time between the Elliot Lake Wildcats and the Hearst Lumberjacks. Already underway in Powassan, the Timmins Rock lead the Powassan Voodoos by the score of 1-0. And a game that looks like just started a little bit ago. The Kirkland Lake Gold Miners with a record of 15-4, first place in the East Division. They are taking on the last place French River Rapids. And let's look at the East Division while we wait for our color commentator Larry Pozzebon. In the East, Kirkland Lake in first with a record of, Powassan. They moved into first last night with their victory. They have 31 points. Kirkland Lake in second with 30 points. They played 3 less games than Powassan. Timmins in third with 29, so a good race both in the West and East Division. First through third separated by 2 points in the East. First through third separated by 3 points in the West. And the gentleman to my right separated by, just a couple feet. Tight quarters up here in the press box at Pullar Stadium. The best, in my opinion, color commentator in the league, ladies and gentlemen. Larry Pozzebon joining us here at Pullar Stadium. Poz, how you doing tonight?
Good. It's snowing out there more.
Yeah, we've gotten about 3-4 inches of snow, and it's going to start to collect on the roads as it gets cooler. Hey, you know what? It's almost deer season here in northern Michigan. We should be used to it by now, shouldn't we?
Well, yes. It came earlier, though. I thought it was going to come a little later in the month, but it came early. But we're here. Hey, this is what we signed up for.
That's right. Well, Larry, I was talking just a couple minutes ago about the Eagles' 3-game road trip. It really started off on a sour note, losing at Hearst 7-2. more competitive against that game in Cochrane. They lose 3-1. And that game Saturday was big, getting that overtime victory at Timmins because, obviously it's big for the standings, but I think it's big for the psyche of this Eagles team, still trying to find their identity. It's still early in the season, but they really needed to get that game, in my opinion, Saturday night to come back for this one.
Yeah, they had to win something. They had to take some points on the road, and you come away with 2 out of 6. That's not bad. Now the problem is when you're at home, you got to start winning the ones at home that we've been losing by 2 goals, 1 goal. Eagles have to improve in that measure, and tonight maybe they can get started on the right foot again.
Well, Larry, some very familiar names on the roster that were not on there the last time that we met here a couple weekends ago at Pullar Stadium. First of all, the starting goaltender tonight is somebody that Eagles fans will remember from last season, Shane Brancato, wearing number 29, the starting netminder for the Soo Eagles. Another familiar face, wearing number 5 tonight on defense, Hayden Clark, who will be dressed for the Soo Eagles. And the third new name on the roster, I haven't had a chance much to see this individual, at least look up some of his stats, number 9, Nathan Solis. So 3 new Eagles on the roster, and they're all in the lineup tonight, as well as Colby Keller, who has been on the roster, but we haven't seen him play here at home. So it's going to be a different look to the Eagles out there tonight.
Yeah, same sweaters, but a different look. That's good.
Getting some returners from last season, Larry, a team that was successful during the regular season, and getting a little more veteran presence out there, Larry, especially on the blue line. You got a lot of experience with this Soo Eagles blue line. Hayden Clark, we've seen Brendan Blair, along with Alex Schwab. Those are 3 key guys back there.
You're right.
As the Eagles are building up their defensive core a little bit.
Did we say Butcher?
Yep, Butcher. Yep, he's another one on there. Cam Parrott as well. And so the Soo Eagles and Espanola Express, Larry, it used to be maybe this was a guaranteed couple points at some point, but we've seen this Espanola team already beat the Eagles twice this year.
But that was in Espanola.
Right, the Eagles have beaten Espanola here at Pullar Stadium. A team, I think, the league itself, Larry, in my opinion, vastly improved, I think, from top to bottom. It seems like all these teams are just a little more competitive than we've seen even last year.
Well, I think there's been some coaching changes throughout the league, and these coaches are maybe more skilled. I'm not taking away from any of the other ones, but more skilled, or maybe they're saying, you know what, we got to do better scouting, we got to do better a job at home, and they are. Like French River's had some changes going on there, and heck, they didn't even know if they're going to win a game last year.
Yeah.
So I mean, this what makes a better league. You don't come into a game where we used to have at one time where Manitoulin come in, but they would every once in a while they'd beat the Eagles.
Sure.
They come in here, they get beat 11-1, and next time they come in they beat us 5-3 or something like that. So it's good for the league that you don't have all these washouts. The fans don't like it. The hometown fans, they always like to see their hometown team win. And well, sometimes they get disappointed, but that's a fan. He has the right, or she have the right to be happy or disappointed.
Let's look at the scratches tonight for the Soo Eagles. Not in the lineup, number 3, Richard Bulware. Number 11, Zach Johnson. Number 20, Owen Shire. Number 23, Ryan Dax. Number 25, Ari Lerman. Number 26, Nathan Brown. And goaltender number 1, Nico Manatas. For the Espanola Express, not in the lineup tonight, number 4, Leonidas Mihalo Christos.
Good for you.
Bob's very happy about that one. He doesn't have to pronounce that one at all. Number 8, Malcolm Gamlin. Number 17, Jordan Bechtold. Number 22, Nelson Manjurkara. And number 99, Travis Dowhanok. Hope I got that last one right. Those are the players not in the lineup for the Espanola Express. And for those that are watching on Hockey TV, first of all, thank you for tuning in. We know some tune into the pregame. Others may tune in as we get closer to the face-off, which is scheduled here in about 6 or 7 minutes. And we like to have a very interactive broadcast on Hockey TV. Larry and I have been doing this for a while now. We've invited fans that are watching back at home to contact us during the game. If you're here at the rink, maybe you're watching tonight and plan on coming up. I know in a couple weeks they'll have a couple home games. Usually the parents try to come up when there's 2 games, especially those that have to travel. Please pop up in the press box and visit Larry and I. We like to know the people that are watching, learn from some of the parents, because, we're broadcasting your sons or grandsons, nephews, 26 times during the regular season, many more times during the playoffs. And if you're watching tonight and happen to be on Twitter, you can tweet me at @Nason, that's Nason, 2013. We'll go through that a couple more times. Let us know what you think about the broadcast, where you're watching from, and just life in general conversation. Want to say hello already to Daniel Clark, a familiar face to us here at Hockey TV watching tonight, as well as Caleb Parrott, mom and dad at home watching in Howell, and they say go Eagles from Howell, Michigan, and number 2, Cam Parrott. So, Larry, one game this weekend. Crowd probably going to be a little bit smaller tonight with the weather. The Lake Superior State University Lakers also playing at home tonight, so we're going to have one of our smaller crowds, but it's going to be some good action on the ice as always. Eagles and Express
coming to you live.
That's right, and you look at the week ahead for the Eagles. They went on a 3-game road trip last weekend. They're going to go on a 3-game road trip again coming up this week, starting next, I believe, Friday, the 16th. They will be at Kirkland Lake. That's a tough one. Kirkland Lake, a very good squad. Then they go to Powassan on Saturday and French River on Sunday. The schedule does not get any easier for the Eagles, Larry.
Maybe the weather will help. Maybe this storm is supposed to pass through this week, and this weekend, and we'll see what happens next weekend for the Eagles.
We certainly hope so. We're going to take a break here on Hockey TV. We're going to have the starting lineups announced from Bob St. Peter. We got our crowd mic back tonight, Larry, so we'll be able to hear, I should say our Bob mic, not our crowd mic. We'll be able to hear Bob and all his antics. We're going to have the national anthem sung by Dan Kinney. And we'll have the start of tonight's Friday night hockey game here at Pullar Stadium between the Espanola Express and the Soo Eagles on Hockey TV. So there you have it, Larry, our starting lineups, national anthems, officials, and we are set to go here at Pullar Stadium on a snowy Friday night in Sault Ste. Marie as the Eagles and Espanola Express set to tangle again here at the Pullar. Want to say hello, Larry, to some of the folks on Twitter already. Want to say hello to Daniel Clark, checking in from snowy Hampshire, Illinois. Says, time to beat Larry once again in the Pullar Attendance Challenge. Oops, I got to turn you on there, Larry. Pardon? In the Pullar Attendance Challenge. And happy Veterans Day to you, sir, and to all our veterans on both sides of the border, as Veterans and Remembrance Day is on Sunday. We'll get more shout-outs here in a moment, but we are underway at Pullar Stadium. Eagles in their home black jerseys with the gold, gray, and white trim, and Espanola in their road gray jerseys with the black and white trim. Eagles going left to right as seen on your video monitor. Puck at center ice. Hannawall shoots it into the Express zone. Crowd starting to build here at Pullar Stadium. Maybe not as small as we might have thought. Now a quick shot and a save there by Rainville, the goaltender for the Espanola Express, number 1, Joel Rainville, and the goaltender for the Soo Eagles, back from last season, number 29, Shane Brancato. Now the Eagles with the puck. Wood to Butcher. Butcher fakes the shot, now comes in, misses the net. Rebound goes along. Oh, and a goal! Wow, how did that go in? I didn't see what happened there, Larry. Pinball effect. So the Eagles take an early 1-0 lead.
They went by one, Lake, and then Caleb Wood got the puck, put it right in the net.
42 seconds into the game, the Eagles strike first, and they lead by the score of 1-0. So we'll get the goal call from Bob St. Peter. You couldn't have scripted that a better start, Larry, if you're the Eagles. You got to like starting out like that. Let's hear who got the goal. Express with the pocket center ice. Now they move it into the Eagles zone. Minicello over at the far corner, puts it to the slot. Here's the goal.
Eagle hockey scored number 12, Caleb Wood.
So Caleb Wood gets the goal.
Assist number 6, Charlie Hangwall. Time of the goal, 19-16.
Hannawall gets the assist, 1-0 Eagles. So good start for the Eagles, just what they wanted. Brendan Blair clears it to center ice. Now here's Quinn with it. Could be a 2-on-1. Quinn across the blue line. Quinn in, shot, and a goal!
I think the Espanola coach should call a timeout right now for his team. Settle
I think
them down.
so, yeah. And boy, the Eagles, they want to keep this going. 2 quick goals as Kyle Quinn will get the goal on that one. He was a 2-on-1, but he decided to shoot it, and that was a good decision as he picked the top left corner.
Glove side.
Yeah, glove side, and not a good start for the Express. Feel like they just got off the bus. They're down 2-0. Eagles want to keep it going here. Now here's Keller with it. Kobe Keller in, shot, save there by Rainville for the Express. Now the Eagles shoot the puck, goes behind the net, over to Keller. Keller again, a returning player from last season.
Eagle goal scored by number 13, Kyle Quinn.
So the Quinn family's watching
Assist,
back at home.
number 7, Brendan Blair. And number 19, Jack Strauss. The time of that goal, 18:36.
So Blair and Strauss get the assists on the goal by Kyle Quinn, and it's 2-0 Eagles. We've played 2 minutes here in this first period. That puck goes all the way down the ice. Back into the Eagles zone. Butcher with it. Shots 3-0 Eagles. 3 shots, 2 goals. You like that percentage. Now here's Orfanos. Puts it into the Express zone. George Orfanos passes it over. Now back to Orfanos. Orfanos try to put it in front, find Lamberti. Puck goes over to Morich in the far corner. Now Clark can't keep it in at the point. Nice pass rather. Rink wide to Butcher, who shoots it in. Over to Haltro. Now big hit there by Morich. Puck on the near side. Butcher pinches in. Taken by Abel. Now he gets knocked down. Lamberti. Morich with it. Eagles all over the Express early here in this first period. Now Lamberti lost the puck. Pasula can't clear it. Eagles keep it into the Express zone. Now Abel has it for the Express. He has his pocket picked. Here's Orfanos with Lamberti. Orfanos shot. Save by Rainville. Over to Lamberti. Now along the end boards. Orfanos and Pasula, pair number 10s along the near boards. Now Morich over in the near corner. Good forecheck by this line. Now here's Morich in. His shot doesn't get through. It gets tripped. But finally, Espanola clears it. LaBelle. He'll dump it down the ice. Clark along the end boards. Now LaBelle. Espanola trying to get something going here early. That one shot down the ice, and that'll be icing. And we'll catch our breath with 16:23 to play in this first period. Already 2-0 Eagles.
Okay, folks, when you're here, we got snack bar. You got you had chicken wings there tonight.
I did.
Yeah, I had fries. You had some of my fries.
A couple, maybe 1 or 2. We got quite a few shout-outs we want to get to here on the next whistle, Larry. Again, if you want to tweet us, let us know where you're watching. Nason2013 on Twitter. Got quite a few people already have chimed in. We'll go through those in a moment. Now Butcher behind the net. Has the puck. Shots 4-0 Eagles in this first period. A puck along the end boards. Espanola. They've beaten the Eagles twice this year, but both those games were in Espanola. Eagles have beaten the Express twice here at Pullar Stadium. This is already the 5th game between these two teams. They'll only play 3 more after this.
Whoa.
Now puck at center ice. Picked up by Hannawall. Now Hannawall, nice move, goes to the net, lost the puck. Can't clear at the Express. Now Roth shot. That hits a player in front. Over to Caleb Wood. He almost put that one in off the defenseman. Now kept in by Blair. His shot hits the side of the net.
Good pinch in by Blair there.
Over to Solis, number 9, Nathan Solis. Now Eagles with it. Shot there by Hannawall. Save, rebounded. Boy.
Good play by Hannawall.
Sure was. Rainville makes the save. So, Larry, we got quite a few people to say hello to. We already mentioned Daniel Clark watching tonight from Illinois. I want to say hello to the Lanning family. Patty Lanning watching from Arizona. Got to be warmer than it is here. Mentioned Caleb Parrott and the Parrott family watching from Howell, Michigan. Want to say hello to Steve-O watching from Auburn, California, cheering on number 24, Jake Lamberti. Yo Lambo, he says. And want to say hello to a brand new tweeter, if you will, Andrea Brown, Nate Brown's parents, Joel and Andrea Brown, watching from Wisconsin and listening. So thank you all that have chimed in so far. As Brancato makes his first save of the season for the Soo Eagles, and that one shot down the ice.
That's no icing either.
Rainville behind his net. Now on the near boards, Strauss had it taken away as the Express clear it to center. Now here's Blair with it. Blair with a shot. Save Rainville. Puck over on the far side. Now Espanola with it. Trying to get something generated here. Eagles all over them right now. Here's Quinn, who already has a goal. Lost the puck. Picked up by Strauss. Now the Express have it. McInnall, number 15 for the Express. He'll flip it to center. That one goes back into the Eagle zone. Picked up by Schwab. Now McGinall with the puck. Quinn takes it for the Eagles. Quinn off the board. Strauss picks it up. Now he'll pass it up. Center ice. Nice move there by Praisner. Now Praisner. One too many moves there. Picked away there by the Express and shot back into the Eagle zone. 14 minutes to go in this first period. 2-0 Eagles. Caleb Wood and Kyle Quinn, the goal scorers so far for the home team. Now that puck goes into the Express zone off the Espanola player, McGuire. Big number 25 plays along the near boards. Parrott pinching in. Now Parrott tried to go to the net, picked up by McGinall. He's been out there a long time. He'll have to get to the bench here shortly. Now Jensen keeps it in. Eagles with the puck in the slot. Scarella couldn't quite get his stick on that one. Puck in the near corner. Shot 6-1 Eagles here in this first period. Now Espanola still having trouble getting out of the zone. Colby Keller with it. Keller with the shot. Saved there by Rainville. Goes over to Praisner. Praisner puts it behind the net. Espanola needs a whistle, something bad right now.
Yes, they do.
Scarella with it. Eagles still with the puck. Jensen. If there's a stat of time of possession, Larry, the Eagles would be well ahead in that one, too. Now Butcher with the shot. That one blocked. Eagles player dumped in front of the net. Cleared to center. Espanola finally gets it down the ice. Nice chance here. A shot and a save. Another chance. And that one, I think, hit the side of the net. There's a nice individual effort there by number 11, Zachary Matisik.
Good save by Brancato.
Express trying to get something going here. Pasula. Pass up to LaBelle. Now LaBelle falls down, puts a shot on. That goes right into Hayden Clark's breadbasket. Back at the point, Doucette. That one deflects wide.
Off of Rafanos.
Espanola now finally getting some pressure generated. Referee in the middle of everything over there. Now LaBelle with it. His shot. Brancato save, rebound, puck loose. As Brancato now getting busy. Another save. As Shane Brancato took him about 7 minutes to get a shot. Well, he's seen quite a few good ones here lately as that one goes down the ice.
No icing.
No icing on the call. Espanola with the puck. Doucette. Up to Pasula. He'll clear it to center. Now Brendan Blair up to Roth. To Morich at center ice. He'll flip it in. Glove down in front of the Espanola net. Roth shoots it in.
Eagles are going for a line change. Good time right now.
Shots 7-3 Eagles in this first period. Now a turnover behind the net. Eagles had a chance there.
Wood almost had that one again.
That's Mitchell Lee, number 12. Espanola really having trouble breaking it out of their zone, but credit this Eagles forecheck in this first period. Now quick shot saved there by Rainville. Goes over to Solis. Now the Express. Play along the near boards. Espanola will clear that one to center. In front of the Eagles bench, Brendan Blair. We're going to have a
calling offside. Well, blow it. Come on, the guy's been forcing it.
Now here's the Eagles with it at center ice. Roth. And quite a lot. Nice move by Roth. Gives it up. Quick shot, Solis. That one misses the net. Puck along the near boards. Hannawall lost it. Now here's Hurley with it. Hurley and Lee. Hurley across the blue line. Now Espanola will keep it in. Eagles now chip it out. Solis. Nice pass 2-on-1 for the Eagles. Here they come in. Shot. Wood. Just couldn't quite get Wood on that. No pun intended. And we'll finally get a whistle, Larry, with 10:32 to play in this first period. Eagles got to like their start. They lead 2-0.
Yes, they're playing very, very well. They're moving the puck well. Nice try there. Caleb Wood, he was a little too far in, and he's on the wrong hand to get that pass.
Lake Spear State University, Larry, after their split against Michigan in their 5-1 start, they trail against winless Alaska tonight at home 2-0.
2-0.
That one still has some minutes to go in the first period. We'll go look at the NLJHL scoreboard here on our next break. We should be getting a media timeout. Now the Eagles have it at center ice. Quinn shoots it in. Rainville with it. He'll play it off the boards. On the near side, another turnover. Here's Praisner with the shot. Save Rainville. Rebound goes behind the net. Praisner still has the puck. Now kept in. Quick shot there. Blocker save. And the shot by Schwab. Espanola just trying to clear the zone. They do, and that one's going to go down the ice. Brancato's going to have to play it. Played along the near board smartly over to Strauss. Now Strauss pass. Goes to Quinn. Quinn with it. Across the blue line. Quinn with the shot. A little quick snapshot there. Nice save by Rainville. Espanola with the puck. Espanola's been on their heels most of this period, but a nice pass there by McInall. There goes to McInall. He moves in a shot. Pad save Brancato. Goes to Lizick, but he couldn't handle that one. Now puck along the end boards. Eagles with it. They'll clear it to center. Lizick with it. Lizick to Salem. Now Salem across the blue line. Nice move. Salem to McInall. Now he puts it in front. Brancato with the save. Puck loose. Picked up by the Eagles, and here they come. Keller right back to Jensen across the blue line. Jensen in. Shot. Save there by Rainville. Another chance. Goes to Butcher. Now Butcher with the shot. That misses the net. Clark couldn't keep it in at the blue line. Pass it back to Keller at center ice. Now Keller across the blue line. Keller in. Keller shot. Glove save Rainville. Good action here in this first period, Larry. Shots 11-4 Eagles. And with 8:36 to play in the first period, they lead by the score of 2-0.
Very good action. Boy, I thought this place is alive, the building itself. I've never heard it like this year. This building is alive.
Those goals, Larry, by Caleb Wood, already his 12th goal of the season. That at the 42-second mark, and Kyle Quinn, his 6th goal of the season at the 1:24 mark. Other scores from out of town, Larry, we're keeping an eye on the Elliot Lake game. The Eagles can pass Elliot Lake with a victory and a Wildcats loss, or I should say they can tie Elliot Lake. They're 2 points ahead of them. No score. 6 minutes to play in the first period. Timmins up at Powassan 1-0. That one already in the second period. And Kirkland Lake leading French River by the score of 3-0 with about 5 minutes to play in the first period. The Sioux Greyhounds also in action tonight, Larry, minus their starting goaltender Matthew Villalta. And the 1-16 Flint Firebirds lead the Sioux Eagles, the Sioux Greyhounds by the score of 1-0 after one period of play. Flint team that was 0-16, they finally won a game, and maybe they're going to win 2 in a row tonight. Eagles lead 2-0 here, 8:36 to play in this first period. Keller wins the draw for the Eagles to Jensen, quickly back to shot there, that's Clark. Hayden Clark, number 5 for the Eagles. Now the Eagles with a chance in front. That one goes through the slot. Now Butcher has it. Back to Keller. Keller with the move. Keller with the shot. Save Rainville. And boy, the Eagles are getting some real good shots on net, Larry.
Yeah.
In this first period.
This is a different Eagles team that we've seen at home here for a while.
Well, they have a lot of life in them, and adding some players that are familiar with this team. A couple returners from last year. And having Keller back in the lineup as well. This is a different look to this team. And they're liking what they see so far. Announcers are too. Now a turnover. Here's Blair with the shot. Save by Rainville. Blair to Orfanos. Now behind the net, Espanola trying to get something going. They'll clear it to center. Lammy across the blue line. Now Lammy still has the puck behind the net. Hurley. Lammy fighting with it with Blair. Now on the near boards. Roth to Blair. Now cleared down the ice and no icing.
No, it was no icing. It was a good call by the official.
Schwartz behind the net. Record that one back at home. Or replay it. You can do that on Hockey TV. Boyko with it. Boyko clears it to Hurley. Now Lammy. Taken away by the Eagles. Hannawall across the blue line. Now Hannawall goes to the net, puts a high backhand shot, but gloved down by Rainville, and he'll hold with 7:10 to play here in this first period.
Earlier in this shift here, when Blair pinched in to go on goal with the puck, it was good to see number 22, Morich, back up in his spot there. Normally, guys forget somebody went in from your wing. You got to back him up. You got to take his position. It was good play.
Another new tweeter, Larry. Want to say hello to Karen Strauss. tweeting from Phoenix, Arizona. We had a bunch of people in Arizona tonight. It's got to be warm out there, doesn't it?
Well, they should invite us down.
I think so. Do you have room for us in Arizona? I sleep on a couch. A cot, you know.
You were in the Navy, eh?
Yeah. Well, bunk, if you will. Now here's Parrott with it. His shot, that misses the net. Over along the far boards to Wood. Back to the point. Schwab, his shot hits the side of the post. Shot 16-4 Eagles. They lead 2-0. Eagles in total control of this one so far. Caleb Wood scored his 12th goal of the season in the first minute of the period. Alex Schwab now over the far side. Picked up by Hannawall. Now Hannawall with it. Moves in. Hannawall shot. That deflects behind the net. Goes to Solis. Nathan Solis, number 9. Lost the puck. Espanola has it. And they'll clear it to center. Now Parrott gets it up to Solis. Solis to Wood. Caleb Wood. Now to Hannawall. Now Hannawall in. Hannawall shot. Went up high, but he missed the net. Now puck in the slot again. Picked up by Espanola. And they'll clear it down the ice. Hannawall has it. Dangerous play in front of his own net. Now he'll flip it up. Just past Wood. Puck taken by the Express. McInnall. Now McInnall will shoot it into the Eagle zone. Brancato plays it along the near boards. Quick shot there, and Brancato, quick glove save on the shot by Doucette with 5:38 to play here in this first period. Still 2-0 Eagles.
Lots to do when you come here, folks. At Eagles Nest, you got Chicago-style popcorn. You got nice cold beverages, pop, and wine coolers. You can quench your thirst.
You can. As a quick shot off the face-off, another save by Brancato.
That was a good save there because he was partially screened. I think he just saw it right at the end.
This is the only game this weekend for the Eagles. Our next game will actually be in 2 weeks, the Friday after the American Thanksgiving against Rayside Balfour.
We haven't seen them this year.
Nope.
The Eagles have played them 3 times already.
Yeah.
In Chelmsford?
Chelmsford, yep. Yeah. The metropolis of Chelmsford. Now a quick shot that goes behind the net. Over to Lizick. Now back to the point. That shot hits someone in front. Ginnall. Now kept in by Hurley. Rather check that. That's Salem. There's Espanola with some pressure. Now Clark. Lost the puck. Gets it back. Quinn, rather. Passes it over to Butcher. Butcher. Long pass. Nice job by Praser to catch that behind.
Really?
And a shot and a save there. That was a nifty little catch of the pass by Praser. It was a no-look, not pass, but no-look of the catch of the pass. Now Espanola has it at center ice. They'll shoot it in. Brancato's going to glove that down and hold. We'll have a whistle with 4:31 to play in this period. Larry, if you notice, and when we get the puck to the east end of the building, you can see some new banners put up on the wall over there. The NLJHL League champions from 2010-2011. We did those broadcasts that year, Larry, and where the Eagles made it to the Dudley Hewitt Cup. God, I can't believe that was, 8 years ago?
Wow.
Time flies. Now quick shot, saved by Rainville. Over along the near boards. Eagles have it. Keller, nice moves. Keller with the shot. Rainville with the save. And boy, he's been a busy netminder, Larry. Shots now 20-7 in favor of the Eagles.
Yeah. I'll tell you, even though the Eagles are out shooting Espanola, they've had some good scoring opportunities.
They have.
It's 2-0. It could be different.
Want to say hello to Maria and Lenny watching from Arizona. The Lamberti family. Also, Patty in Arizona says we can come out anytime. She has room for us. Careful what you wish for.
Yeah. Maybe we could do a Phoenix game, eh?
We could, yeah. The Coyotes actually have won quite a few. They've done pretty good this year. Here's Keller with it at center ice. Now Keller pass. Taken away by Lamberti. Now Keller moves in. Shot. Save Rainville. He'll hold. And we'll have a face-off in the Espanola end with 3:38 to play in this first period.
I just happened to notice now Keller, that's about his 4th or 5th shot on goal, and we're into 17 minutes in this period.
Yeah, the Eagles want to bottle up whatever they're doing in this first period and be able to use it any time. They're playing a very solid period, and it's not that Espanola is especially playing poor, just the Eagles are all over them right now. Here's Reynolds with it for the Express, down by 2. Reynolds puts it in front. Now a quick shot, that deflects wide. Minicello behind the net. Schwab picks it up. On the near side boards, Orfanos tangling up with Doucette. Now here's Doucette going after Schwab. He lost his stick. He finally picks it up. Orfanos at center ice. He'll shoot it into the zone. Salem has it. Now flip past center ice, picked up by Salem. He gets it up to Reynolds. Now Salem moves to the net. Salem in, shot, saved there by Brancato. Tessier has it. Near side boards now behind the net. Eagles trying to clear it. Boyko keeps it in. His shot goes off the stick of Parrott. Now Parrott will play it over to Lamberti. One taken away by the Express. Now Espanola with a little bit of a forecheck here.
Eagles have to be strong on the puck in their own zone.
Orfanos pass deflected by McInnall. Lamberti picks it up. 2:20 to play in this first period. Puck on the near side boards. Orfanos. Parrott. Parrott will play it over to Lamberti. He gets knocked down, and that's going to be a penalty.
Got a penalty, yeah.
And that'll send the Eagles on the power play with 2:06 to play here in this first period.
Good time to get one.
Out of town scoreboard, Larry. 3 other games in the NLJHL. Still no score in Elliot Lake between Hearst and the Wildcats. Timmins, midway through the second period, leading Powassan 1-0. And Kirkland Lake, after 1 period of play, leading French River by the score of 3-1. Lake Superior State University Lakers in the first period still trailing Alaska by the score of 2-0. We'll get the call from Bob St. Peter on the penalty. Eagles on the power play.
Express penalty to number 14, Jack Schwartz. 2 minutes, interference.
Interference, the call. Quick shot and a save there. I thought went through the legs on the shot by Scarella. Here's Jensen with it. Now back to the point. That one deflects in front and shot down the ice by the Express. Minute 30 left on the power play. Eagles power play middle of the pack as far as the NLJHL and their percentage. Their penalty kill, Larry, best in the NLJHL at about 89% kill. We've seen that a lot here at home. Eagles penalty kill has been very effective this year. Power play not effective as of yet. Minute 10 left on it.
They're putting a second unit on now. Okay, they're all here. They're all ready now to go. They have a minute to work.
Yep. Here's Butcher. Pass off the stick of Wood and shot down the ice by Espanola. Brancato leaves it behind his net. We're under a minute to play in this first period. Been a good period for the Eagles. Those 2 early goals and they lead by 2. Solis with it. He lost the puck. Now McInnall will shoot it down the ice. So the power play has not been good here, Larry, on this one. Brancato makes an easy save. Clark skates at the center ice. Now across the blue line. Clark behind the net. Back to Butcher. Still 20 seconds left on the power play. Clark shot. Misses the net. Goes over to Solis. Praisner. 10 seconds left on the power play. Butcher at the point. Butcher moves in. Now slides it over. Back to Butcher. Butcher still has it. Plays it down low. 5 seconds to play. Butcher with the shot and a goal!
I think it went off of somebody.
Well, Larry, that won't go down as a power play goal, but it really was set up on the power play. The Eagles patient, and Butcher with the shot. We'll see if that was deflected or not, but we know this. Eagles with a 3-0 lead with 3 seconds to play in this first period, playing one of their best periods of the year here at home.
It was deflection, but it didn't go off an Eagle player. It went off of one of the Espanola players.
So that one should go to Butcher. We'll get the call from Bob St. Peter. Eagles 3-0.
Goal scored by number 4, Mike Butcher. Assists number 18, Raph Praisner, and number 12, Caleb Wood.
So there you have it, Larry. 3-0 Eagles after one. We'll take a break and be back with the second period of play here on Hockey TV. Scott Nason, Larry Pozzebon back at Pullar Stadium. And Poz, after one period of play, the scoreboard says 3-0 Soo Eagles. What says you, or what say you?
Well, I'll tell you, it says good, and I say good. I was talking to a couple of friends down below, and they were saying, what an enjoyable game so far. Not just because we're winning 3-0, or I said the Eagles are winning 3-0. It's because of the play, how they're playing the game. And like I said, we've both said up here, the crowd is in it for some reason, and maybe that was 2 early goals. Just got everything going quick. And the Eagles are playing now. Let's hope they get this second period going the same as the first and do it again.
Recapping the scoring, Larry, in the first period, the Eagles got underway quickly on the scoreboard at the 42-second mark. Caleb Wood scored his 12th goal of the season with assists from Charlie Hannawall and Mikey Butcher. Then at the 124 mark, Kyle Quinn scored his 6th goal of the season with assists from Brendan Blair and Jack Strauss. And then Mikey Butcher at the 1957 mark, his 3rd goal of the season. Assists from Raph Praisner and Caleb Wood. And that's where we sit right now. Eagles with a 3-0 lead. Shots on goal, 22-10 in favor of the Eagles. But those 10 shots, Larry, Espanola, despite being outplayed in that first period, had some good scoring chances. And credit brand new goaltender, I should say new this season, not a new face, Shane Brancato. He faced a few tough shots, and he was up to the task.
Yes, he was. Sometimes he got a little sloppy around in front of the net there, and he did his job. If he gets by, gets a little scary around there, he's got to come through, and he did.
Looking at the out-of-town scoreboard, Elliot Lake has gone up on Hearst by the score of 1-0 in the second period of play as Josh Bifulci scored his 9th goal of the season for the Wildcats. Timmins, after 2 periods of play, in Powassan leading the Voodoos by the score of 1-0. And Kirkland Lake doubling up French River, that one in the second period, by the score of 4-2. Lake Superior State University Lakers still trailing 2-0 at home against Alaska, that one midway through the second period. And the Sioux Greyhounds are in action tonight at Flint, and they're still trailing the 1-16 Firebirds by the score of 1-0. That one late in the second period. Again, if you're watching back at home and want to say hi to Larry or I, or want to give shout-outs, please do. You can tweet me at SNason2013. Let's go through all the Twitter feed tonight. Larry, I want to say hello to Daniel Clark, Patty Lanning, Maria and Lenny Lamberti, along with Karen Strauss, Andrea and Joel Brown, Steve-O from Auburn, California, and Kayla and the Parrott family watching from Howell, Michigan. A cast of thousands tonight, Larry.
I think they like to hear their name on the radio.
I think so.
Not on radio, Hockey TV.
And we like saying their names, and especially when you come up and see us here at Pullar Stadium. Coming up this period, Larry, we're going to play our famous Pullar Attendance Challenge game. And you on Twitter, I know, a one Mr. Clark, a shipmate of mine, or I should say a fellow veteran. And thank you for serving our country, Mr. Clark, and to all the veterans out there. Veterans and Remembrance Day is Sunday. Larry, I had a chance to go see the Sioux Greyhounds on Sunday, and I really like the celebration that they did there as far as the remembrance. I shouldn't say celebration, but all the pageantry. They had a guy in bagpipes come out.
Oh, yes.
That's impressive.
Yeah, they do that every year, I'll tell you. And it's looking big for on Sunday.
Yeah,
Speaking of something big, I was down the highway. My wife and I went for a car ride yesterday, and I saw 2 eagles.
Oh, you see them all the time. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen him for a while, but one big one, he was sitting in a tree. You can see the big white chest and the bald head. Then that was going east.
Was that an eagle or was that you? Oh, wait, sorry, big chest. My bad.
Yeah. And then coming back, we saw another one, but he had his back turned to us. And I said, wow, I was surprised because I've been looking. Every time I go down the highway, I always look to see the eagles. Because a few times going down when the Eagles, when they were playing in Blind River, they'd be on the side of the road. They'd be all around, flying around. I just hadn't seen them for a while. So I was impressed with that.
So now, what's your national bird in Canada? Do you have one?
Yeah, the robin in Ontario.
Oh, okay. That's our state bird, too, is the robin. So we're just
And
about
the Beaver or something, too. I don't know.
Blind River?
No, not those guys.
Okay. Looking at the schedule, Larry, while we have a moment, we're still waiting for our officials and other teams to come on the ice. Eagles, again, will be on the road next week at Kirkland Lake next Friday night, 7 o'clock. All these games on Hockey TV. Next Saturday at Powassan, that one also a 7 o'clock starting time. And French River will be hosting the Eagles next Sunday, November 18th at 4 p.m. Then the Eagles will be at home. I lied to you, Larry. I said Rayside Balfour was coming in 2 weeks. It's Elliot Lake that is coming in 2 weeks here at Pullar Stadium.
And you lied to me.
I did. Unintentional lie, mind you. It wasn't no intent there, but I did. And then rounding out the November schedule, the Eagles will be at the Sioux Thunderbirds on November 26th. That one a 2 o'clock start. And then the final game in November will be here against Rayside Balfour on November 30th, as then we'll be into December. Crowd getting into it, and the benches. Look at the Eagles bench, Larry. We haven't seen a whole lot of that kind of emotion. They're liking what they're seeing, and the fans are liking what they're seeing as well, as we're underway here in the second period. And that puck will go off the high glass on the near side, picked up by Clark at center ice. Now Clark tried to get it to Hannawall. That one goes down the ice, and that'll be icing. Well, a face-off in the Eagle zone. So getting to the Puller Attendance Challenge, Larry, I'm up 4-3 so far in the season series. And you will be putting up a number tonight?
Yep, I will do. I will do that.
You will do that. And that'll be at the halfway point of this second period. You at home can play. Very easy to do. And we don't even charge you either. It's not like the Mega Millions where you have to buy tickets. This is all free of charge. Now here's a nice move there by Solis. He lost the puck.
Good back checking by the defenseman.
Now Hannawall has it behind the net. Eagles picking up where they left off in the first period. Now Butcher gets it to Solis. Now Solis tried to get it to Hannawall. Broken up by the Express. Now here they come. That's Lammy. 1-on-2. Lammy goes to the net, puts it through the slot, but no one was there. Picked up by Lee. Now Espanola with it, and they'll shoot it down the ice. No icing because an Express player shot it, despite the goaltender trying to buy the call there. Yeah, why not? Now the Eagles get off the ice quickly. They intercept. Here's Praisner's shot. That one goes off the glass behind the net. Centering chance. As Espanola, McGinall. It's been a very physical game here so far tonight, Larry.
Not really, no.
This like across the blue line can't catch the Eagles right now. The Eagles are just soaring out there.
Wow.
I know, you like that? Here's Quinn with it at center ice. Just made that up on the spot. I didn't even practice that or anything. No script needed.
I led that into that
you
with
did.
Those two Eagles.
You teed it up high for me, and I hit a 100-yard drive. Now Blair's shot. That one's saved by Rainville at center ice. Strauss dumps it into the Express zone. Boyko at center ice over to Schwartz. Now Schwartz shoots it in. Gloved out by Brancato, and he'll hold. And we'll have a face-off with 17:58 to play here in this second period. 3-0 in favor of the Eagles.
Okay, I'm going to read off some of our sponsors.
Please do.
We got Neville's Superette, MR Auto Body, Cooper Dental, Guido's Pizza, and Meyer.
Meyer?
Meyer.
Well, that's a new one.
Yes.
A lot of people call him Myers. I've never understood that. Just look at the sign. It says Meyer. That whole singular plural thing. Oh, big save there by Brancato.
Really?
With the pad. Now Jensen almost had a breakaway, but passed just out of his reach. Rainville plays it on the near side to Schwartz. Broken up by Scarella. Now puck. Near corner. Espanola with it. Lizick plays it off the glass. Tried to kept it as Scarella. Now chasing it down is Schwab. I want to say hello to Sven Schwab if he's watching tonight. We're going to have a penalty. I think that's going to go against the Eagles, Larry.
No, it's...
No, you're right. It's going to... Yeah, when he nods his head there, it's Matejcik. It's going to get the interference call. So the Eagles are going to go back on the power play.
I think he's calling holding on him. Holding, yeah.
They didn't have a power play goal on their first opportunity, but they scored shortly after. And they'll get another one here with 17:22 to play in this period.
Yes, let's go.
We'll get the call from Bob St. Peter. Eagles on the power play. Waiting for Bob here. Caleb Wood with it. He scored the first Eagles goal tonight. Now back to Clark. Clark at the point. Passes it over. Quinn off of his skate. Now gets a back a shot.
Nice setup.
Marty Asbath. 2 minutes holding. The time of the penalty, 17:22.
Hear this again.
I thought he said Aflac. Like that duck.
I don't know what he said.
He's not going to say it again.
I have Matejzik. That's number 11, Zachary Matejzik.
Yeah, well, that's what I said, but it's on. Here.
Matty Asik.
There he goes.
2 minutes holding.
But the Aflac duck must have got in there, Larry. Bob must have switched insurance. Eagles on the power play. Minute 20 left on their extra man advantage. Took them a while to get their power play going on the last attempt, but they would score shortly after the penalty expired. Clark has the puck in front of the Eagles net. Up to Quinn. Quinn at center ice. Quinn dumps it in. Doucette's going to shoot that one right back out. That's going to be offside. And that'll bring the face-off outside the blue line with 59 seconds remaining on the Eagles' power play.
Well, put the second unit on again, and they were the ones that scored the last time. I call it the second unit because the first one could be vice versa. I don't know. But second power play.
Keller Scarella out there along with number 6, Charlie Hanewall. You have Blair on defense along with Jensen. Now shot to center. Jensen takes the puck right back. Now Lee will shoot it back in. Brendan Blair with the puck behind the net.
He's got time.
We're in the C. Blair up to Jensen. Jensen tried to get around a couple players. Thought that was going to be offside, but here comes Espanola. Might have a break. Here's Haltro with it. Haltro, nice job by Blair to knock him down.
I think it's Hal Crow.
Crow, excuse me, yep. Sound like Bob there for a second. Here's Keller across the blue line. Keller in the slot. Eagles still have time. Shot, that goes wide. Along the near boards, Blair. Now Blair passes it over to Jensen. Jensen's got Keller going to the net. Keller picks it up, a poke checked away by Lee, and that should pretty much do it for the power play. As Eagles now 0-4-2 on the extra man advantage. Espanola back at full strength. We played almost 5 minutes of the second period. Eagles lead 3-0. Express had the puck at center ice, now picked up by Jensen. Jensen has Lamberti, but just out of his reach.
Boy, oh boy.
Eagles had too many men on the ice there for a second, but Blair gets back smartly. Referees might have missed that one. Lamberti with it. Lamberti behind the net. Eagles player falls down. No trip on that one. That one goes up, trying to catch that one, Larry. That hits the rail. We've had quite a few come up in this neck of the woods this year, haven't we?
Recently, yes.
Hanawal across the blue line. Quick shot there. Moore didn't get a whole lot on it. Now Hanawal. He gets knocked down.
Oh, come on now.
Puck taken by Abel. Now Lamberti. Tried to keep it in. Picked up by Pasula. Across the blue line over to LaBelle. At the point, Salem moving in. Salem. Let's try to set it up. Back to Pasula. He winds, misfires. Picked up by Urfanos. Nice headband pass to Lamberti. Lamberti on the near boards. Urfanos picks up the puck. Urfanos lost it. Here's LaBelle. Now we're going to have some roughing behind the action, Larry, as Lamberti tied up with Doucette. We're going to get some penalties out of this. Not sure which way this is going to go. Might send them both. No, it might just be Doucette, Larry. So the Eagles...
Yeah, he's not too happy, Doucette.
Can't be complaining about how the calls have gone their way so far. It's going to be their third straight power play opportunity with 14:03 to play in the second period as they lead 3-0.
Time to break that goose egg on the power play.
Still 2-0 Alaska over Lake Superior State University. 6 minutes left in the second period. Sioux Greyhounds have tied the game at Flint at 1. That one at the end of the second period. Elliot Lake still leading Hearst 1-0 midway through the second period. Timmins over Powassan 1-0. That one in the third period. And 4-2 Kirkland Lake over French River. That one in the second.
I'm just watching one of the referees over at the Espanola bench, maybe explaining what was going on, but we haven't heard anything from Bob, so I'm not even sure what he's calling there. I mean, there's 2 minutes up on the board.
Spirited conversation from the coaching staff for Espanola. They're not happy. I don't know if that's Dave Clancy. Looks like one of the assistant coaches talking to the referees. Definitely giving him the business right now. I don't know if that's going to help their cause or not. Are they going to get a bench minor here? What's going on?
Oh, yeah, I don't know now. Somebody must have said something.
They're really...
Oh, yeah, somebody said something.
Yeah, they're going to get an extra penalty.
Oh, no, he's got somebody else.
Yep, they've... Coach Clancy and the assistant coach, I think, was the one that got the initial one, Larry.
Well, somebody else on the bench is going over now. We're going to have a couple of bench minors here.
Yep, they're not happy over there.
Wow, you're getting a 5-on-3.
Yeah.
And a delay 5-on-3 also.
And then another power play. So, wow, then you have the trainer just throwing something in the dressing room area.
Down the tunnel?
Yeah. Well, he did have rubber gloves on. I don't know if that meant anything, but just throwing that out there. So let's try to figure this out, Larry. We got 3 Express players in there. It's a 5-on-3 for a full 2 minutes. They don't have it up on the board.
Number 2, Jacob Doucette.
That was the initial penalty.
2 minutes for roughing plus a 10-minute.
All right, so he gets 2 and 10.
Okay, so somebody's got to serve the 10.
Time of that penalty, 14.
There's the Eagles in. Clark, and a goal!
Also,
Hayden Clark, welcome back to the Soo Eagles as he scores his first goal of the season. And the Eagles, I think, Larry, will still be on a 5-on-3 because if those 2 penalties, one wipes out, you put the other 2 up there, it's a 5-on-3. Now you got the shots. I think our clock guy's a little confused right now. Well, the first thing he's got to do is put the 4 up. Okay, so you got that. Hayden Clark scores. Now it's a 5-on-3 for 1:41, so you got to put another 2 minutes on the board. They never did put the other 2 minutes up there. So another 5. Now they got 5-on-4. I don't know if that's right, Larry. That should still be a 5-on-3 unless the other – I don't get what's going on here, but Eagles will take it. They lead 4-0 still on the power play. Will that other 2 minutes start once the 1 expires? I guess we'll have to find out.
Eagle goal, number 5, Hayden Clark.
The most important thing is Clark scores his first of the season.
Number 4, Mike Butcher, and number 9, Nathan Solis.
So Solis and Butcher the assists.
13:43.
Bob was trying to do
Eagle
the penalties over the horn. I don't think anybody heard it. Let's see if he announced the penalties again. Eagles on the power play for another minute, maybe longer. Here's Wood with it, a shot. Save Rainville. Rebound goes behind the net and shot down the ice. Well, maybe we'll have to look online as far as the other penalties, Larry. Once we get caught up, need Vance Nason doing the stats down there a little quicker. Now here's Hannawall with it. Hannawall in, shot. That misses the net. Rebound goes back to center ice. Minicello serving the bench minor, but there were 2 bench minors. There's still 2 players in the box, I believe, Larry.
Yeah, one was going with the misconduct, and then the other was going with the bench minor. So, and then the original penalties, Now
they're still there. Now they're fixing the shots here, Larry. Look at all those shots piling up. 26-12 in favor of the Eagles. They lead 4-0. So the penalty will expire. Now we'll see if they put the 2 minutes on. Maybe, I don't know what they're going to do with that. So there it is.
Yeah.
Yep, so that's exactly what they did. But Espanola has 5 guys on the ice.
See, they went on that 5-on. It should have been a 5-on-3, and they went to 5-on-4. Now they got 5-on.
Now there's a penalty on the board, but Espanola has 5 players on the ice. I don't know if anybody notices. There's a shot and a save.
Wow.
As Espanola with 5 players on the ice despite a penalty on the board. I'm a little confused on what's going on here.
Maybe it's not, I don't know, but the guy in the box now is serving the 10-minute misconduct.
Well, they have a penalty on the board, but nobody seems
here we go.
to.
Referee went over there. Now they got to get this.
Oh, are they going to wipe that penalty off? That must just be the misconduct, but I think they snuck a.
They did.
They snuck a penalty away because, again, it was a 5-on-3 for 2 minutes full, Larry. The Eagles score. So I thought that the other penalty should have started then.
You're right. That's
on the
when it was supposed to
5-on-3,
start.
right.
Yes.
Well, either way, Eagles lead 4-0. Here's Lamberti with it.
They missed an opportunity for another 5-on-3, though.
Right, exactly, yeah. Back to the point, Parrott. He can't handle the puck. Shots 27-12 in favor of the Eagles. They lead 4-0. Rainville behind the net. Here's McGinall. McGinall across the blue line. McGinall with the shot, and Brancato makes a save, and he'll hold. So, Larry, we're getting close to that time as far as the attendance challenge. So, here in a couple minutes, maybe on the media timeout, you can give us our attendance. I will say that this side is probably about the same as that side. So, Larry, get your thinking cap on, and those on Twitter can say higher or lower. I know Daniel Clark will definitely be playing in Illinois. Now, here's the Eagles with maybe a 2-on-1, but a nice job by Espanola player there. I believe that was Boyko to prevent that from happening. Rink-wide pass on the near side to Salem at center ice. Matejzik across the blue line. His shot. Brancato will make the save and hold. Rob Horn in the house tonight, Larry.
Finally.
Better late than never. 10:54 to play in this second period. Face off to the left of Brancato. Shots 27-14 in favor of the Eagles. Eagles win that face off. Clark behind the net. Aiden Clark at center ice. Now Clark still has it. Gets it over to Quinn. Now Clark right back to Strauss. Strauss over at the far corner. Praisner. Praisner now. Nice moves. Praisner is knocked down. And Espanola does clear the zone. Reynolds gets it up to Minicello. Now Minicello,
what
big
a hit
there by
Clark.
That was Clark.
Wow. Oh,
and now here we go. Now Tessier going after Clark. That was a legal hit.
It
I don't know what
was, yeah,
Tessier
right in
is
front of the official.
getting upset. He wanted to go, but Clark, that was just
Clark
a good
just
body
dumped
check.
number
now
7
here it
now.
goes. Now it's getting a little physical out there, Larry.
Here we go.
2-on-1. Quinn with it. Quinn shot. That one I think might have hit the post.
It went off of Rainville and hit the goal post and come right back to him.
Rainville makes the save with 10:04 to play in the second period. The Eagles continuing their good effort out here, Larry. They lead 4-0. What are you thinking, sir, as far as attendance?
I don't know.
Still debating?
Yeah, well.
You need this one. I get a 2-game
know.
lead with this victory.
I'll throw you off the banister, really.
Assuming there's no recount of votes like in some states in our current election. Ridiculous. Now puck on the near side, picked up by Blair. Yeah, Arizona, they're having some recounts. I think they found some votes in the sewer somewhere. I don't know how you find votes 3 days later, but that's a whole other story. Now Jensen a shot. Save. Rainville makes a big save on Jensen. Here's Abel with it. Abel at center ice. Cross the blue line. Has a man going to the net, but he can't find him. That pass was behind LaBelle. Eagles with the puck. Scarella off of his stick. Now Scarella. Back to Roth.
Oh, that's a hit from behind.
Jensen gets
he's
hit
getting
hard along the
getting
boards.
called down
that's going to be a penalty. And here we go. Blair taking exception to that. And let's hope Jensen's all right. That did not look good. And that's going to be another penalty on Espanola. McGuire. And let's hope Jensen's okay. 9:12 to play in the second period. One of those hits in hockey that happened, Larry, unfortunately, and Jensen was on the wrong side of that. This could be more than two. We'll see what the call is. Eagles are going to go on the power play. Now Jensen, he's moving his head, so that's always a good sign there. As trainer Kerry Evie out attending to Mr. Jensen.
Then you want to see if he moves his feet.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
There we
go. I like to see that. I don't care what team or what player. You never want to see somebody get seriously hurt. Jensen's okay. He's going to go to the bench.
Probably right down to the dressing room.
We'll see what the call is, Larry. With 9:12 to play in this second period. So maybe while we have a moment, Larry, get your thinking cap on.
Okay.
Look around the stadium. How many people are in attendance tonight, Larry?
5:25.
5:25, and I'm going to go lower.
Lower. Okay.
It's a good guess, though. That's it. We've had a couple crowds that have kind of been around that number. So Larry says 5:25. I say lower, and you at home on Twitter can play. Just tweet me, SNason2013. We do have a higher already, Larry, by Daniel Clark. He says 5.55. And Doucette's going to the bench, and that's not going to make the coaches happy for Espanola, as that might be a 5 in a game. Oh, and congratulations to Caleb Horn. 6-4 at the Memorial Gardens, winning tonight. What division is that, Rob? Midget, double A? Midget A, 1A.
A?
A? I just love
now you're talking Canadian, eh?
I love every chance, Larry, to call the artist that was formerly known as the Steelback and SR Center the Memorial Gardens.
You're right.
As
yes,
well
it
should.
It should always been that.
Absolutely. So it looks like it's going to be 2 in a game for Mr. Doucette.
Wow, he got away.
Yeah.
Well, the write-up after we'll send it to the league, and that just distinguishes.
So Eagles back on the power play. 9:12 to play here in this period. We'll get the call from Bob St. Peter. Been pretty busy here in this second period. Lakers still trailing 2-0, Larry, at the end of 2 against Alaska, not following up their weekend against Michigan so far.
That was a
very
big high
effectively
against Michigan.
Yeah.
And,
now don't say that in this state now, Larry.
Yeah.
We just passed the marijuana bill, much like you Canadians.
To number 25, Colin McGuire. 2 minutes, checking from behind, plus a game. Time of that.
I don't think that's McGuire. I thought that was Doucette. McGuire, well, maybe it was. I don't know. Well, they give the call to McGuire. And so the Eagles on another power play. Praisner across the blue line. Praisner lost the puck. Now a quick shot. Rainville makes the save. Now Butcher at the point. This game could easily have gotten away from Espanola if it wasn't for Rainville, Larry. He's really kept them in it.
Right now, yes.
Clark at the point. His shot, save Rainville, and shot down the ice by the Express. Andrea Brown says lower, 4:29. So we got a split decision here, Larry.
Okay.
Much like the election on Tuesdays. Kind of a split verdict so far. Quinn at center ice. He'll flip it way up. It didn't now. It goes into the netting.
All right. Too high.
He avoided the speaker, the rafters, the asbestos, and the
flags.
No asbestos.
The flags and the lights.
Didn't they have the asbestos at the old Memorial Gardens? Remember all that stuff they had on the wall?
No, that was that spray-on foam.
Oh, that's not asbestos?
No.
Oh.
Asbestos is always hidden.
Okay.
You got to tear down a wall or expose a pipe.
I thought it was from all the cigarette smoke that they used back in the day when you could smoke in the gardens.
Well, that's why I looked that color, because of the smoke that would rise up there.
All the DeMaries and players that were smoked there.
Not the players.
No, not the players.
Players.
Yes. Well played, sir. I hope they weren't smoking and playing.
Well,
were they back
league,
then?
Probably the beer league
You're
were
right,
doing it.
Here's Hannawall with it, moving in. Hannawall in the slot, lost the puck. Now Schwab has it. Schwab, still 25 seconds left on the power play. On the near boards. Keller lost it, and the Express will clear it down the ice. Shots 32-14 in favor of the Eagles. They lead 4-0. Now a shot by Espanola and a save by Brancato. Scarella across the blue line. Scarella, nice move. Scarella still has the puck. As Espanola now at full strength. Hannawall lost the puck, but Espanola couldn't capitalize. Hannawall with it. Picked up by Abel. Now the Express take it. Tessier across the blue line. Tessier tried to find Abel, but the Eagles break that up. Here's Hannawall across the blue line. He's got Morich going to the net. Now Hannawall.
He's tired. He's got to get off. That's what he wants to do.
Up on the near side, Lamberti. Over to Morich. Nice hit by Morich. Players along the end boards. Puck still along the near boards. 6:30 to play in the second period. Express come up with it. Orfanos now for the Eagles. Going up against Boyko. Now Boyko just kind of grabbed him and knocked him down. Now a big slash there by Boyko. And another penalty for Espanola. Now here we go.
Yeah, here we go, yeah.
You can kind of tell this one was starting to get a little bit chippy, Larry, and some tempers are starting to flare up. A big slash by Boyko. He just lined up
two-hander.
Orfanos. And I guess if you're going to get a slashing penalty, make it worth your while. Well, Boyko did. And so it looks like Espinola's going to go shorthanded again. And, well, the Eagles definitely being the team that's keeping their composure tonight, Larry.
Yeah, they've been on the thread's getting a little thin, though, in some. They have to start capitalizing on these power plays. You can't be going 1 for 6.
Face off to the left of the netminder Joel Rainville, who's made 29 saves tonight. Get the call from Bob St. Peter.
Number 20, Cordell Boyko. 2 minutes, slashing.
So slashing the call on Boyko. Clark with the puck. Now Clark lost it. Lizick picks it up and will shoot it down the ice. Brancato passes it up to Clark. Aiden Clark across the blue line. Nice pass over to Caleb Wood. Now Wood trying to find a player in front. Now taken
Right
there
there
by Espanola. Here they come with a chance. Moving in, a shot and a save. Brancato. Lucas Lizick with the chance for the road team. Now here's Clark with it. Clark fires it in along the end boards. Picked up by Wood. Wood with the puck. Minute 15 left on the power play. Eagles have one power play goal tonight. Butcher back to Solis. Bad pass there as Espanola will take it, clear the zone. McInnall across the blue line. McInnall still has it. A shot. Nice blocker save there by Brancato.
Good defensive play, too, by the Eagles there. Guy was coming in on him, an Espanola player.
50 seconds left on the power play. Now here's Wood with it. Wood winds and fires. That hits a player in front. Reynolds. Praisner over to Keller. Kobe Keller. Now he moves in back to Schwab. Schwab. Backhand pass. And didn't quite get to the Eagles player, but the Eagles keep it in the zone. Praisner's got Keller wide open on the near side. Couldn't find him as Reynolds will play it off the board. Schwab keeps it in. Nice play. Praisner lost the puck. Now picked up by Reynolds. 20 seconds left on the power play. Puck will be covered up there by Rainville. And we'll have a face-off with 4:29 to play in the second period.
A lot of action. Okay, I'll give a couple of sponsors out here. I left off. Okay, Subway, All-Star Graphics, Wendy's, Applebee's, State Farm, and Reed's Metals.
Like a good neighbor, Larry?
State Farm
is there. Very good. I wasn't sure if they had that commercial on your side of the border.
Well, I get American channels, too.
That's true, yes. Face-off won by the Eagles. Schwab over to Blair. Back to Schwab. He fires. Save Rainville. And Blair will keep it in. Nice job gloving that puck down. And that'll do it for the power play. So another chance gone awry by the Eagles on the power play as the puck goes out of play. While we have a moment, Larry, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard.
We're getting our media timeout right now.
Elliot Lake, after 2 periods of play, leading at home against Hearst by the score of 2-1. The Eagles 2 points behind the Wildcats, so if the Elliot Lake Wildcats hang on to that, the Eagles will not be able to catch them. Got a good game in Powassan now, 1-1 tie between Timmins and the Voodoos. That one late in the third period. And how about this? French River has come back and tied Kirkland Lake 4-4 at the end of 2 periods of play in Kirkland Lake. Lake Superior State University Lakers still trailing Alaska 2-0 after 2 periods of play at the Taffy Abel Arena. And the Sioux Greyhounds on the road at the Flint Firebirds. They're also tied at 1. This one in the third period.
Wow.
Keeping you up to date, Larry.
Thank you.
On everything that's going on. Now, what was your guess as far as the attendance again?
What did I say, 525?
525. I say lower.
Yep.
And on Twitter, we have Daniel Clark, who says higher. And we also have Andrea Brown saying lower. So we'll have to see what happens. I think it's a good guess, Larry, but I think it's just going to be a hair. Going to be like about 520 something. We'll see.
Oh, because you call lower. That's why you're saying that.
Darn right I am. That's exactly why I'm saying
Why did you say 526?
who knows? We'll have to find out. Back to action here as we have 4 minutes to play in this second period. Eagles have put together a good first period and a good second period to this point. They haven't let up at all in this game. 60 minutes, as Larry says. We're not talking about the news show either, thankfully. And that one will be an offside. We'll have a face-off outside the blue line. Eagles on the road next week, 4-3. They'll be at Kirkland Lake a week from tonight, Powassan a week from Saturday, and French River Sunday afternoon at 4, a week from this Sunday. Before
did you, nobody come up and told you Chuck a puck?
You know, I was thinking of that just a couple minutes ago.
Huh.
Maybe
they're both here.
Yeah. Maybe they knew I needed the money.
Oh.
Here's the Eagles have it at center ice. Clark across the blue line. Now Lamberti picked up by Abel. Back to center ice. Pasula across the blue line. Pasula's shot. Brancato sticks that aside. Now puck in front of the Eagles net. Orfanos. Backhand the puck nicely to Lamberti. How about that pass? Lamberti in. Lamberti. Oh, and a save by Rainville. What a pass by Orfanos.
Yeah.
Don't know if he planned it, but it sure worked out. Now another shot. Boy, Rainville saw that one late and makes the save. LaBelle with it. Under 3 to play in the second period. Lamberti at center ice. Back to Butcher. Now Clark. Rink wide pass. Orfanos. Across the blue line. His shot. Save Rainville. Rebound. Picked up by the Express. Pass to LaBelle at center ice. Now across the blue line. His shot. Brancato makes the save and he'll hold with 2:35 to play in the second period.
LaBelle had a nice quick shot there and a wrist shot too. And a big save by Brancato.
So face off to the left of Shane Brancato, playing his first game this season for the Soo Eagles. Of course, him, Hayden Clark, 2 players playing their first games tonight for the Eagles, played many games last season. And the Eagles are hoping they play many games here this season.
Really? Like this?
Yeah, exactly. Puck at center ice. Taken by Solis. He's been impressive tonight. His shot, save Rainville. Rebound. Picked up by Solis behind the net. To look up his information between periods there. Not quite sure where they got him from. Schwab. They don't run these things by us, before they make these moves. I guess they have, real scouts and general managers and such. So far, so good. At the point, Parrott bouncing puck. Rainville makes a save and he'll hold with 2:03 to play in the second period.
Rainville is doing a good job down there, I'll tell you. He's seen a lot of rubber here tonight, and we're only in the second period.
One thing we're also seeing tonight around these parts, Larry, a lot of snowflakes. Look like the snow is starting to let up, at least on the radar. Looks like a lot of it has passed. We have a big high school football game tomorrow in Pickford, state semifinal in 8-player football. That one's going to be an interesting tundra.
8-player?
Yep, 8-player. You can't say 8-man because girls play. It's 8-player football.
8 persons?
Yep, 8 persons. Now here's McGinall. Pass over to Lizick. His shot saved there by Brancato. I'll tell you, Brancato hasn't faced a lot of shots there, but the ones he has have been tough. Now another shot. That one blocked in front. Rebound picked up by the Eagles. They can't clear it. Here's the Express with the McGinall. In the slot. His shot missed the net. Had some open net to shoot at as well. Right. Lizick back to the point. Espanola not giving up in this one. If they can get one back here before this period ends, they'll have a chance. There's lots of time left in this one, but they're not giving up. Now here's a chance in front as the Eagles player lost his stick. Now that one shot back to center. Schwartz. Pass over the stick of Boyko. Now here's Kobe Keller with it. Keller, nice pass. Sorella, and a goal! Kobe Keller found a wide open Dominic Scarella, and the Eagles, with 1:01 left to play in this second period, lead by the score of 5-0. So 5 different goal scorers for the Eagles, Larry.
Well, that's what you want.
Yep.
You want the goal scoring to be spread around, so you can't give it all to 1 or 2 players.
Period. Eagle goal scored by number 14, Dominic Scala. Time assist number 8, Kobe Keller. Time and a goal, 1:01.
We'll call that goal to Scarella with an assist from Keller. Now a shot and a save. As
Nice job, boys.
Rob Horn obviously back here in the broadcast booth, if you didn't notice.
I think they're supposed to blow the whistle when the helmet comes off. That's what.
Got some information, Larry, on
Okay.
Mr. Solis. He came from the NAHL, just like Hayden Clark did, a different team, as he is a client of JDM Advising. Dave Machuik, is that how you say his last name?
Okay, I'll give it to you in a minute.
Okay. Would you have like the secret pronunciation or something?
No,
or?
it's got to come to me right now.
Okay.
Maziak,
that's
there
it.
you
Yep.
go.
Dave tunes into us from time to time, gives us some nice words.
Well, he's got a lot of players up here.
He does. He really does. Does a great job, and we've liked a couple players he's brought in so far. 35 seconds to play here in the second period. As Lamberti goes to the bench. Eagles have been so used to the power play, they thought they'd have one more out there as well.
6 on 5.
Yeah, really, why not? 5-0 Eagles as they clear it down the ice, and that'll be icing. So coming up between periods, we'll get the attendance figure. I'll tweet it out between periods. Larry, you'll just have to be on the edge of your seat.
Yep.
And again, for those that win the Pullar Attendance Challenge, you get a round of beverages bought by Larry Pozzebon when you attend Pullar Stadium or any places afterwards. Larry's known to frequent some of our sponsors at night.
Yes, I do.
Yes,
and during the day, too.
Day, morning, whichever one. 20 seconds to play. Eagles looking for more goals here. Morge with the chance. That shot blocked there by Salem. 10 seconds to play. Clark will keep it in. Now Espanola maybe with one last chance here. And so after 2 periods of play, the Eagles with a solid 40 minutes of hockey, and they lead by the score of 5-0. We'll be back for the third period of play here on Hockey TV. Scott Nason back at Pullar Stadium on this Friday night, a snowy Friday night in Sault Ste. Marie. We'll be joined here momentarily by color commentator Larry Pozzebon after 2 periods of play. It's the Soo Eagles leading the Espanola Express by the score of 5-0. Let's recap the scoring in that second period. The Eagles entered the period with a 3-0 lead, and they would score twice in that second period. Hayden Clark scored his first goal as a Soo Eagle this season at the 6:17 mark with assists from Mikey Butcher and Nathan Solis on the power play to make it 4-0 Eagles. And then Dominic Scarella would score at the 18:59 mark of the second period, his third of the season, with assists from Kobe Keller. And that's where we sit right now, 5-0 in favor of the Soo Eagles. Shots on goal in that second period, 17 for the Eagles, a 2-period total of 39. 11 for the Espanola Express with a 2-period total of 21. Looking at the other scores around the league, Elliot Lake still leading at home against Hearst by the score of 2-1. Midway through the third period, it is final in Powassan. The Voodoos score a pair of late goals to defeat Timmins by the score of 3-1, and still 4-4 in Kirkland Lake between the French River Rapids and Kirkland Lake Gold Miners. The Lake Superior State University Lakers at home tonight taking on Alaska, and it's Alaska with a 3-0 lead over the Lakers midway through the third period. And the Sioux Greyhounds also in action, and they are down at 3-1 to the Flint Firebirds late in the third period. A Flint team that hadn't won at all this season. They won the game this weekend. Well, now they've won, looks like they might win another game as they are ahead of the Sioux Greyhounds. And so some surprising results across the hockey world. And I wouldn't say this is a surprising result here, but the Eagles have really played well here in these 40 minutes. They had a lot of energy coming out of the gates in the first period. Of course, it helped scoring those 2 quick goals, and the Eagles have not looked back since then. We'll get to the Pullar Attendance Challenge here in a moment as our color commentator, back from signing many autographs, I'm sure, from all his fans here at Pullar Stadium. I think we saw that individual down at the concession stands. Larry Pozzebon joining us here once again. Poz, and well, before we get to the attendance challenge, Larry, let's talk about this game. The Eagles, 40 solid minutes of hockey, leading by the score of 5-0. Your thoughts?
Well, again, 60 minutes. They played 40, which we've enjoyed, and the fans have enjoyed also. The coaching staff has to be happy. Now it's not time to lay down. Continue. Even if you don't get any more goals, make sure you're playing a good, solid period. That's what you want, a good, solid period. Take care of yourself, and everybody will go home happy, at least on the American side here tonight.
That's right. Well, we're going to go home happy, Larry, at least myself.
Yeah, you.
Along with Andrea Brown, Sven Schwab, and Patty Lanning, and Hawk, as we all went lower on your Pullar attendance challenge. Your guess was 525. The actual attendance was?
You tell me. You went down and got it.
489. So lower
yeah.
wins. Congratulations to all. And I lead the series 5-3, and we'll see if you can get one back coming up here in a couple weeks, as Eagles will be at home against Elliot Lake in 2 weeks' time. And then I'll be missing a pair of games here in late November and early December. Larry, you're going to be here for those two, along with a former Soo Eagle, along with about 25 other teams in the league.
Yeah.
Dave McKeag, somebody that co-hosts a sports show with me called The Game. And while we have a moment, if you want to know more about this weekend's game and local hockey, along with sports in general, go to the website, thegamesportshow.com. There you can find our show, The Game, which we do on Monday nights locally here in Soo, Michigan. Dave does some shows in Soo, Ontario, and we put the audio podcasts of our broadcast, Larry and I, on that page. Again, thegamesportshow.com. So Dave's going to be filling in for me for those two games. I will be in the Metro Detroit area for some work business. I happen to neglect to tell you, Larry, that a few of the other things I'm going to be doing that weekend. Going to be seeing the Detroit Pistons play that Saturday night against Golden State. Going to be seeing the Detroit Lions play that Sunday afternoon against the Los Angeles Rams. And I'm going to be seeing the Detroit Red Wings play that Sunday night against the Colorado Avalanche. I'm going to fit that in amongst my other schedule.
I did something similar to that, and one year I went down to Windsor, but I caught a junior hockey game.
Nice.
And a baseball game, and in Pontiac I caught the Lions playing.
The schedule worked out that all three of those teams were playing within 24 hours of each other, and I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. And
good.
I am.
Yeah.
So that's where I'll be. So I appreciate Dave.
You're stealing my dreams.
Dave filling in for me. Him and Larry will do a great job. We can't leave Larry by himself, so I had to bring in the hired guns there. I know better than that. I'd like to have a job upon return. So here we go, third period of play, as Larry's been on his best behavior this season. Best start to the season I've heard from Larry so far, and we appreciate that.
I'm a nice guy.
You are a very nice guy.
I'm a happy guy.
You are. Now Hannawall with it. He puts it in front. Espanola with the puck. They'll clear it to center. Now shot back down the ice. Shots 40-21 in favor of the Eagles. They lead 5-0. As they're 19 minutes and 20 seconds away from capturing a home victory before they go on the road at 4-3 next week.
No icing, yep.
And now a new netminder, Larry, for the Espanola Express coming into the third period, number 29, Eric Schneider. He replaces Joe Rainville, and I don't think it was Rainville really being benched. It's just the fact that they probably just want to give him some rest at this point.
You're right, yeah. It's time.
As I thought Rainville played pretty well, all things considered. And some tough shots. Now Blair with the puck. Quinn puts it right through the crease. Praisner, if he would have had his stick on the ice, might have put that one in. Now Roth at the point. Along the far boards, Quinn. Strauss now behind the net. Eagles yet to get a penalty here tonight. That's usually the kiss of death whenever I say stuff like that.
Yes.
Here's Blair with it. Now the Express take it back. Boyko gets knocked down.
Oh, here's your first penalty.
Why did I tell you? Kiss of
go.
death. Well, I haven't said anything else, Larry, which I could, but I'm not. And so there you have it.
I know.
Note to announce guy, quit saying stuff like that. It never works.
Yeah. Keep your mouth shut.
But when it's 5-0, I guess it's okay.
Yeah. Okay, they still have to play 60 minutes. You got 2 minutes for holding. There's that 19, Strauss.
So here we go, Espanola on the power play for the first time. A team that has the best penalty kill unit in the league, the Soo Eagles, killing at about 89%.
19, Jack Strauss. 2 minutes, holding. Time of that penalty, 18-12.
So holding the call on Strauss. Espanola with the puck. McGinall. We're to Salem. Now Salem moves in. Salem with the puck. Now lost it. Eagles can't clear it though. At the point, Schneider, his shot, saved by Brancato. Puck over in the far corner. McGinall. Now the Express come out with it, tried to put it in front. Kept in there by Schwartz. Now Schwartz shot, another save by Brancato. Along the near boards, now back to the point, Schwartz with the shot. Another save, Brancato, rebound loose. Another save.
Oh, no,
it doesn't go
didn't
across the line.
Wow.
Nice job, either Schwab or Parrott kept that from going in. It was looking like it was going in, Larry, but they got it the heck out of there. Still a minute left on the power play. Espanola with it. Now puck taken by Salem. Good power play for the Express. And that was shot down hard by Schwab. Said, get it the heck out of there.
Yeah.
Now look out, Larry. The goaltender way out of his crease to play that one. Morich almost got that puck. McGinall with the puck. Now Lizick. McGinall. Nice move. Spin move at center ice.
Waiting to get some fresh bodies out there.
Boyko with it. 30 seconds on the power play. Boyko. Controlling the puck. Now back to the point. Pasula. Back to Boyko. Now Boyko. Shot. More of a pass. Deflected there by Matejczyk. He can't clear it. Eagles can't clear it, rather. Good power play for Espanola here.
Yes, it is.
They still have the puck. 5 seconds left on the power play. Manicello. Eagles back at full strength, so they kill off another one. And they'll shoot that one to center ice. Quinn chasing that puck. Boyko better get back there as Quinn's all over him. Now Strauss picks up the puck for the Eagles, puts it in front, but that'll be saved by Schneider, and he'll hold. We'll have a face-off with 15:57 to play here in the third period. 5-0 Eagles.
Give a couple more sponsors. Find my sheet. Where'd it go? Here it is. Okay. Sioux Motors, Pure Country, Hampton Inn, and Keewaydin Casinos. They have in Sault Ste. Marie, St. Ignace, Hessel, Manistee, and Christmas.
All over. It's Christmas and Chris. It looks like Christmas out there tonight.
It does, yeah.
Puck over in the far corner. We'll get a scoreboard update here on our next break. That Elliot Lake game.
Just going to ask you that.
We missed it earlier. We did give one between periods, but you were signing autographs. Now here's Pasula with a shot. Yeah, save, or rather, puck goes high. Now back to the point. Schwartz, his shot, one blocked by Lamberti, or Fanos chases that puck. Trying to beat Schwartz to it. Express with the puck. Schwartz. Pass up to Pasula. Now Pasula chips it into the zone. Pasula with the puck. Now the referee kind of got caught up in that one. Minicello trying to get around Roth. Now Minicello with it. Voids the hit. Eagles having trouble clearing the zone here. Halcrow with the shot. Save, rebound, another save. Brancato. Shots all of a sudden 40-27. Credit Espanola, Larry. They're not giving up in this game at all.
No.
Now here's Blair. That's the whole
That
bench.
was close.
And notice Alex Saruk, he didn't even flinch on that one, the assistant coach. He's now a shot. And boy, Brancato, he's
got a
faced some
quick
good
glove.
shots. Yeah. Out of town, Larry. Let's look at the scoreboard. And Elliot Lake still leading Hearst 2-1. That one late in the third period. That one should go final before our game. It is final in Powassan. The Voodoos do win 3-1. And French River and Kirkland Lake in overtime, Larry, 4-4. So big point for French River as they try to get another one.
How'd the Greyhounds do?
Greyhounds were losing.
And the Lakers.
Lakers, we'll get to that on the next break, Larry. Now another shot. Brancato makes the save.
It hit the inside of his pad and deflected out of the net.
Now puck at center ice. Now a shot. That one hits the side of the net.
This
Goes
is
to
going back
LaBelle.
and forth
it is.
here.
Now Hurley with it. Behind the net, centering chance. Puck loose, goes behind. Abel with the puck. Now LaBelle, pass. Hurley. Oh, nice job by Schwab. As Hurley might have had a goal there if Schwab didn't get his stick on it. At center ice, flip back in. Brancato thought about gloving that puck. Now goes to Parrott. Parrott, pass, broken up at center ice. Reynolds shoots it in. Butcher with it. Now Butcher to Parrott, and Brancato will glove and hold with 13:20 to play in the third period. Larry, how about this? The Lakers, midway through the third period, down 3-0. They are now tied at 3 in the third period. I would not lie. Well, I would lie to you, but not in this case. And it's a final in Flint. How about the Firebirds? 0-16 going into this week. They've won 2 in a row, including tonight over the Hounds, 4-2.
4-2.
Some crazy results around the teams that we follow, Larry. And I wouldn't lie to you, honestly. I wouldn't. Come on. My fingers weren't crossed, I swear. Now here's Butcher with it. He loses the puck.
Your eyes were. I look at your eyes.
They didn't make eye contact. Now here come the Express with it. Lammy lost the puck. Butcher picks it up. He'll clear it to center. Boyko with it. Now Keller across the blue line. Keller in. Keller and lost the puck. Now he puts it in front. Keller still has it. Chance in front. Puck. Eagles trying to get it. Now Reynolds. He'll flip it to center.
That's icing.
And that'll be icing with 12:30 to play.
He's got to catch all these guys. They were all referee because they were making almost a full line change there.
$12:30 to play in this third period. I want to thank everyone for tuning in on Hockey TV, and especially those that have tweeted to us. I know sometimes the parents will come in and say, we don't have a way to get a hold of you. We're not on Twitter. Well, come see us during the game. We'll definitely give you a shout out or hello.
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will. We're men of our words.
Yes, we do.
Yes, indeed. Now here's Quinn with the shot up high. Save by Schneider. Back to the point, Roth. Now here's Quinn. Lost the puck. And we're going to have another penalty, Larry. It looks like this one's going to go on Espanola.
Elbowing to
so
somebody.
The Eagles back on the power play. Yeah, about 3 minutes left to go in that Laker game, Larry. 3 goals in the last 10 minutes of the game. The Lakers tie it. Looked like they were going to lose that game, but maybe not.
I think it's number 6 that got the penalty there. That's Hellcrow.
Hellcrow with the penalty. So the Eagles with 1 power play goal looking to get another one with 12:05 to play in this third period. With the call from Bob St. Peter. Blair with it. Blair at the point. Passes it over. Now a shot. No one hit someone in front. Shot by Keller.
Express penalty
Shot down
to
the
number
ice.
6. Hunter Hellcrow. 2 minutes elbowing. The time of that penalty, 12:05.
So elbowing the call on Hellcrow. Now Keller has it. Yes.
You're being distracted, are you?
Yeah, well, I don't know how you couldn't be at this point. Schwab. Get a room, people. Schwab at the point. Over to Blair. Keller. Back to Blair. Over to Keller.
You got to start
Moves
shooting,
in.
though.
That one goes through the slot. Over to Schwab. Schwab. Over to Keller. Now Keller loses the puck. And that one shot back down the ice. Minute left on the power play. 11 minutes to play in this third period. Eagles with the 5-0 lead.
Almost halfway through this
Yep.
period.
Hayden Clark's pass to Quinn. Quinn at center ice, shoots it in. Over to Caleb Wood. Now back to the point, Butcher.
Nice play by Wood to let that go.
Yep. Solis. Back to the point, Butcher. Over to Clark. Clark. Back to Quinn. Quinn. On the near side, Wood. Wood back to Clark. Clark winds and fires. This is the net. Rebound goes to the Express, but they can't clear it. Now they finally do.
Eagles got a chance. They have to hurry to get another power play going down there while they're under 12 seconds.
Shots 45-29 in favor of the Eagles. Across the blue line. Nice move. Eagles with a chance. Oh, and a pass just out of the reach of Quinn, and that'll do it for the power play. Clark keeps it in momentarily. Now here's Espanola with it. LaBelle 2-on-1. He's got Minicello with him. Nice play there by Butcher. 2-on-1. He just stopped that with his stick. Here's Solis with it. Now that one broken up by the Express. Boyko plays over the far corner. Halcrow back to Boyko behind his net. Boyko's pass, center ice. Broken up. That one flips in the air. Goes to Minicello. Orfanos, nice hustle by him. Orfanos with it. Orfanos still has the puck, puts a shot, saved there by Schneider. Back to Schwab. His shot goes right into the pads of Schneider, and he'll hold with 9:21 to play in the third period. We'll have immediate timeout, Larry. Eagles lead by the score of 5-0.
I give a couple more sponsors here.
You do.
McHaney Construction, Newberry Bottling Company, Rod and Roth Motors. They're the ones where the fans here, lucky numbers, get a chance to shoot for the car. The Satisfied Frog Pub, Little Caesars, and the Antlers. And we'll leave a few for some other.
You know what the Satisfied Frog used to be called?
Yes. The Horny Toad.
You can't say that.
Why not?
You can't say that. Did you ever frequent that? You're just like a bar creature, Larry. How does your wife let you out so much?
I spread my money around. That's trying to help the whole economy in Sioux, Michigan here.
It's definitely helping.
Okay, 50-50 draw. That's it, folks. You come here, you got chuck a puck, $1. 50-50 tickets, $1. What else is $1? The program, there's $1.
Yep.
Kick a buck. What movie is that from? Kick a buck.
Escanaba in the Moonlight?
Oh, come on.
I don't know. Do with deers?
This guy, this actor is dead, and all his money from salad dressing goes to...
Oh, Paul Newman.
Yes.
Okay.
And what was the movie?
Slap Shot?
No.
The
Cool
Color
Hand
Money.
Cool Hand
Look.
Luke.
Yeah, the pool one, yeah.
The pool one? That's the prison one.
No, what's the pool one? Color of Money. Wasn't he in that one with Tom Cruise?
The first one was...
or is that Jackie Chan?
No.
Jackie Gleason, wasn't he in?
Jackie Gleason and Paul Newman
That's
was... trying to remember. Come on, folks, help us out here. We have a game going on. We can't be already ahead.
Let's talk about movies from 80 years ago. Minnesota Fats, wasn't it? I don't know.
That was Jackie Gleason's name.
There you go. Orfanos with the shot. That one misses the net. Back to Schwab. His shot hits a player in front. Now another chance. More to Lamberti. Hustler, very good.
The Hustler, there we go.
Orfanos with it. Eagles hustling on the ice tonight. Orfanos with a shot. Another save by Schneider. Rebound goes to the Express. 50 shots on net for the Eagles here in this contest. I think he was in The Color of Money, though, with Tom Cruise as well. Back before Tom Cruise was all the Scientologists and all the weird stuff.
Ooh, weird.
Yeah. I'm not saying Scientology is weird, but Tom Cruise is weird. Remember when he jumped on the couch?
Oh, with Oprah?
Yeah, or Oprah, whatever, same thing. Now Lizick with it. Across the blue line. Lizick, nice stick handling there, but poke checked away by Parrott. Picked up by Strauss. Strauss across the blue line. His shot went short side, missed the net. Quinn with it.
He was all by himself. The
Yeah.
guys are changing. The rest of the guys were changing.
Now Lizick at center ice. Now flipped up and down. Praisner with it. Praisner into the net.
Oh,
Shot
yes.
and a goal! Raph Praisner, the sixth Sioux Eagle that scored tonight. That was a beautiful game. Beautiful goal, I should say. It's been a beautiful game for the Sioux Eagles as they lead by the score of 6-0. Wow.
He did that all himself.
Yeah.
Went around the defenseman, come in, open net to shoot at.
Lakers and Alaska going to overtime, Larry, tied at 3.
Tree.
3-3. Elliot Lake still leading Hearst 2-1. That one very late in the third. We should have a final next check. Let's get the goal call from Bob.
Eagle goal scored by number 18, Raph Praisner. Assist, number 16, Lucas Strauss. and number 7, Brandon Blair.
So Blair and Roth get the assists on the goal by Praisner, and it's 6-0. Roth with the puck. Roth over to Scarelli. Had a player open in front, but couldn't find him. Now the Express have it across the blue line. Espanola, nice poke check away by Blair. Minicello with the puck. Now Schwartz at the point. His shot gloved down by Brancato, and he'll hold with 6:57 to play in the third period.
The Eagles must have had a good week in practice because they're really showing it here tonight. It's nice to see
they really are.
What's happening out here, you know?
Well, I mean, again, from the opening, even before the face-off, Larry, even in warm-ups, they just looked like they were focused and just had a lot of energy tonight. And, again, I go back to winning that last game in Timmins, just gave them positive vibes coming back on the bus. It's a long trip.
It's a long trip.
And then getting some of these familiar faces and some new faces on the roster. This is a team shaping up here. This is a big game for him. Here's Orfanos with it, a shot.
No,
it didn't go in.
It hit the post and
just the inside of the post at that. Now another shot saved by Schneider. Orfanos thought he had a goal. I thought he had a goal.
The puck just, it had eyes.
Yep.
It had eyes not to go in. That's what happened there.
Yep, there's ones that hit the post, and there's one that hit the inside of the post, and that one was definitely the latter, as it was almost 7-0. 6:34 to play in this third period.
Solos is ready to stay on the ice for the face-off, but they got changed.
I think if you're the Eagles, you want to be on the ice all the time tonight. Everything is going your way. And credit their effort. They're making it go their way.
Yes, they are.
It's
not being handed to them.
No, it's not, exactly. That's going to be offside.
It is.
Lee was in a little bit early, so the Eagles...
What we got? We got a little... Nope, it stopped.
Eagles look to wrap this one up here and get the victory. Again, looks like they're not going to be able to catch Elliot Lake tonight. Wow, how about this? Hurst has tied up the Wildcats at 2, sending that game into overtime as Hurst scores the 19-15 mark. So Elliot Lake's going to get a point out of that at least. So the Eagles will not be able to catch them, but hopefully if you're an Eagles fan, Hurst can get that extra point. Because if that was the case, the Eagles would move within 1 point of Elliot Lake. They won't be able to catch him tonight, but they could narrow the gap.
They could narrow that gap.
And we've seen a lot of years where Elliot Lake and the Eagles have been 4th and 5th there.
You're right.
We didn't see it last year, but we saw it the previous 2, I believe.
You're right, yes. And Eagles beat them both times in,
they did.
2-0. In that playoff round, yep.
I love when you say you're right. You have a very good you're right.
Well, when you're right, you're right.
That's right. Again. Face off to the right of Schneider.
You can't say it.
Think of a Billy Joel song, you may be right.
Yeah. So
Right Said Fred, band from the 90s. Should get some I'm
like
Too Sexy there, DJ guy. If you have I'm Too Sexy by Right Said Fred, that'll get the ladies going. You remember those guys, Larry? Right Said Fred?
No.
You're a one-hit wonder. You're really not missing much.
That's why I didn't pay attention.
Overtime at the Taffy Abel Arena, 3-3 between Alaska and the Shakespeare State University Lakers. Here at 6-0 Eagles, 6 minutes to play in this contest. Pasula as the Express offside. We're going to face off outside the blue line. As some of the fans starting to make their way to the exits, getting the jump on shoveling off their car. This is where the automatic starter comes into play, Larry.
I have one.
You have one?
Oh yes, I've had one for.
I don't have one of those. And we're good there. So we'll give a last shout out to all the folks that watched and tweeted in on Twitter. Again, thanks all who chimed in tonight. We appreciate you watching. Fast Hockey appreciates you watching our broadcast. You can catch all the games in the NLJHL on Hockey TV. I inadvertently said Fast Hockey there. I just said it again. But Hockey TV.
You can't say that.
I just did twice. You can catch all the NLJHL action on Hockey TV when the Eagles are on the road or at home. Larry and I do the home games. And we have a bevy of announcers across the ring. Now a shot.
That's in. Who's that?
I think that's Wood. Caleb Wood getting his second goal of the night. And his 13th of the season. He had his number matched with goals. And Well, he's going to have to get another number if he wants to do that, as Caleb Wood scores his 13th goal of the season, second of the night. It's 7-0 Eagles. So another Eagles goal, and they are having their way. Their most solid effort of the season right now happening in front of our eyes.
Eagle goal scored by number 12, Caleb Wood. Assist, number 13, Kyle Quinn, and number 18, Raph Praisner.
So Quinn and Praisner getting the assists.
17.
7-0 Eagles. You would expect the Eagles to get all 3 stars tonight. I think 2 of those that you just mentioned, Quinn and Wood, might be in line for stars, along with the goaltender, Brancato. We don't pick the stars.
No, we don't. We are stars.
Wow.
There's
another chance for the Eagles. You should be in Dancing with the Stars over here, Larry.
I just
get a Mrs. Pozzebon and you.
No.
Do a little Danny Terrio. Here's Hannawall, cross the blue line. Hannawall moves in, puts a shot on net, save.
He's looking for a penalty, but they're not going to call it now.
No, not at this point.
No.
Shots 55-30 in favor of the Eagles. So I guess if you're looking for one negative and you really have to be nitpicky, Larry, you want to get that shots against down a little bit if you're the Eagles. But again, that's really all you can say as far as negatives. They didn't have any negatives tonight. They played a solid game. Now an Espanola player loses his lid. LaBelle, as the Express have it. Salem gets it to Lee, a shot. That one blocked in front. Eagles will clear it down the ice.
It's not going to make icing.
Schwartz chases it. So the Eagles will hit the road for 3 games this week. They'll be at Kirkland Lake a week from tonight. We'll get one more check of the NLJHL scoreboard. There's a lot of games in overtime, Larry. 2 in the NLJHL, and then you have the Lakers game as well. So on our next whistle, we'll get one more check.
Check your check.
Check your check, exactly.
Remember that? The radio show? Yeah.
No.
It was in Canada.
Okay.
Check your check. It was a contest.
Okay. Now they spell it like QUE check, or is it like the regular way? Like CHECK?
Well, that's the first check, and the other check is spelled with the QUE. Check your check.
Okay. We don't use the Queen's English over here, by the way.
So you say check your check would
be all CK. Yeah, there's no QUE.
Well, yeah, there is. In Toop, there is.
Well, yeah. If you're using Queen Elizabeth's English, we are, but we had a little skirmish with them 250 years ago.
Same as color.
Color me Larry, but how do you do? You do OUR.
OUR, yes.
It's wasting a letter. COLOR.
Well, you're trying to save ink by putting those U's in there.
Absolutely. Whistle, as we'll have an offside with 2:34 to play. Let's look at it one more time at the scoreboard, Larry.
Okay, then I have a few sponsors, I think.
Yes, you do. Still in overtime in Elliot Lake. First overtime has about 1:45. That game tied at 2, and Kirkland Lake has defeated French River in overtime by the score of 5-4. Lakers in overtime going to the power play. They're still tied in the third period, or in the extra period, I should say. Espanola still trying to get on the board here as they trail by 7.
Who is that? He was stick-handling really good there for Espanola. Here he's again. That's 15.
McGinall with the shot, saved there by Brancato. Along the near side boards, McGinall at the point. He winds and fires. Save Brancato.
This guy's hot.
Along the near boards. Under 2 to play. McGinall still has it.
Yeah, watch
doing
him.
It all himself at this
Really?
point. McGinall, you might want to get a body on him if you're the Eagles. Now back to the point. Schwartz moves in. Shot. Brancato with the save. Over along the far boards. Blair can't clear it. Kept in Schwartz. That one deflects out of play.
The Eagles needed that, I'll tell you. They've been running.
We'll have a face-off with 1:38 to play.
We have Pioneer State Mutual Insurance Company, Northern Linden Company, Albert Heating and Cooling, Island Books and Crafts. That's a nice place.
It is.
I've purchased a few things in there. The Cozy Corner, Barbo, Michigan.
Any other bookstores you used to frequent in that area back a few years ago, Larry?
No, I didn't.
Sorry.
I know what you're talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. Now it's a hair salon, actually. Ironically. I always wonder why they never put a back door in that place. Kind of a hard place to get into.
A back door?
Yeah. Well, that was the block down. Still there.
No, I know. It's 3-1-1 now, that bar's called?
3-1-3, actually.
3-1-3, okay. I was close.
Minute left to play here in the third period, Larry. As the Eagles are going to get the win, they're going to improve to 9-13 before hitting the road for 3 games. And we're just waiting to finish out the last remaining seconds, and really one thing just left to chance right now. We'll see if that happens. Reynolds with the puck. At center ice, Clark. Back to Parrott, now Praisner. Poke checked away by Reynolds. He'll dump it in, 30 seconds to play. And so welcome back to the Soo Eagles, Hayden Clark, and goaltender number 29, Shane Brancato, and hello to number 9, Nathan Solis, as well as Colby Keller. Welcome back, his first game back here at home. And the Eagles came out with energy from start to finish at this one, Larry. And the Eagles are 10 seconds away from the victory, and Shane Brancato is 5 seconds away from a shutout, and he's going to get it. The Eagles win by the score of 7-0. Full mark for the Eagles, Larry, from start to finish in this one. That's going to do it here from Pullar Stadium. We'll talk to you in a couple weeks here on Hockey TV.
Good night, folks.